All right, so welcome back to That Variety Nerd. I'm Christina, and today we are jumping into this really interesting game. I haven't seen it, so what you are seeing are my actual, legit first impressions, reactions, all of that good stuff. So, on that happy note, let's just dive into the I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger licking good dating simulator. Take that title with a grain of salt, people. Just do it. Let's do this! We've made it this far. By the way, this game is free to play on Steam, so if you want to play it yourself and go through this experience just as much as I have been, which we are about to embark on this crazy journey, let's do this! I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep a straight face. Okay, welcome, Chef. Oh, wait. Where's Chef? This is actually more entertaining because I live in Kentucky, so there's that. Before we get started, tell us your name. Well, my name is Christina. Dude, I don't want to hook up with Colonel Sanders. What is this loading screen? Oh, you should have seen the intro for this. Holy crap, I really should have included that. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. You know what's funny? It's because it's true. I am in a student apartment. What is this? The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment. Y'all, I'm not gonna be able to keep a straight face, but I'm gonna try. Okay, or you could sleep, or you could wake up now. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack that clock. That's me. Throw the clock out the window. What? You slept through the school year and gave up the once in a lifetime opportunity to be Colonel Sanders. I already got a game over? What is this? Oh my god. Yo, this is gonna be a wild ride. Okay, let's try that again. And back to the chicken and biscuit loading screen. Alright, you sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest apartment. I'm sorry, that's just still funny to me because I'm still in school. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Jesus! Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Alright, well, we're not going to throw the clock out the window. We'll smack that clock up and at him. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits for you at the prestigious University of Cooking School. Academy for Learning. What is this game? Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? The time begins to fly and your imagination starts getting away from you. Okay, we need to take this seriously because we don't want a game over screen again. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. Is really anybody prepared for the first day for anything? You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth are brushed, hair is combed, pits out of all the things to include, but I mean, that's pretty realistic. Nothing can stop you now. What is this game? You confidently grab a biscuit straight out the what is this? Oh my god! Yes. Yes. Just where you need to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. That me. It's me. This is really me. Good morning, Christina. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Oh my god. Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay. A lot of nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together, you rescued me from that quicksand. What? Wait, hold up here. Like, something doesn't sound right. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. Both the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semester. I've heard of 3-week-long semesters, but not 3 days. I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? I think let's go with the pep talk. Pep talk is a good move. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller net? How did you get from biscuits to tarot cards? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares, I've been trying to forget. I know, she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower, and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. Okay, this girl needs a tissue. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating. You'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Not too bad. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley, your arch. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. I think. Oh God, I'm gonna botch these pronunciations. Someone in the comments or in the chat, please just correct me on pronunciation. Please do so. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Christina's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If anyone knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes. Van? This is so dramatic. You rang. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think that they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. Oh my God! As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oh. Oopsies! I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Christina. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. It's just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Oh my god, this is wild. Oh, dog! Oh my god, dog! Yes! Alright, a scruffy looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Oh my god, I like this game already. His name is Sprinkles! Oh my god, my heart! Oh! Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in her Do not ask questions, virtual self. You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. Oh my god, this is so wholesome. This is just wholesome on so many levels. We're gonna take a second here and admire Professor Dog. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of Of course they're cherry blossom petals. Fill the air inside the classroom. Pop, I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. This is so dramatic, and I'm here for it. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! If it isn't my favorite student, Harland... Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. Did somebody rip the... I feel like something like this would happen in some sort of weird fan fiction or something. I don't know, but you know what? We're doing this. And this over here must be sweats a lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before a faucet pits, melts into a puddle, and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is it with your really weird insults? Besides, when Christina sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at look at that shimmer. You take a moment to clean yourself. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Sprinkles. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends, past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even really be adorable tiny food. Okay, well, to be fair, when you are cooking and you are working with knives, you can end up like me and get, like, sliced across your thumb. So, I mean, not entirely out of reach. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and complete in the broom cooking arena. And just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Do these kids not know how to, like, show up on time or something? Like, I guess it's the first day and you're gonna get lost, but holy crap. Student. Sorry, hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue... You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Sprinkles looks like done. It was a dog. Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Amen, Professor Dog. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Bzz, brr. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose up in the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely didn't multivit. You should be taking better care of yourself. I mean, at least, Professor Dog Sprinkles is looking out for us. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decided to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Chicken, rubber ball, or beef treat? Let's go. You know what? Let's go with a chicken snack. You reach beneath your apron and return with the chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite! Oh! Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. This is so wholesome. You see the other students eyeing for jealousy, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should learn the importance of carrying a wide range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, Christina, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. Oh, Jesus, okay. Well, I mean, to be fair, this game is called I Love You, Colonel Sanders, the simulation game, right? Yeah, so I say let's sit by Colonel Sanders. You move to your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows of a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I have only had two rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me! This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. That's right. Forest is to tree, as chicken is to feathers. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? I endorse this if this is the answer. Come on. Yes! Team Spork! That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat, a pancake that looks like a silly face. I almost said chili and I don't know why. You know what? Let's go with the first one. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He's the best boy. Alright, we got a perfect score. We're doing fine in culinary school. This is great. Wait, do I press another button? Oh. Wow, be honest, did you cheat? You look up and see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity, you just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. The best announcement. The Stewart Cafeteria? Is that a reference to something? Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shh. In honor of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? This is just one big advertisement, okay? Like, we're just gonna throw that out there. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelopes you. Envelopes. And you begin to feel warm and safe. I mean, fried chicken will do that to you. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve perfect balance of flavors. The more the merrier. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just drafting the last will and testament in case if one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone is laughing at a sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like his. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. What? What is this? What is this? This is like the multiverse or something. I don't know. Is this an episode of Doctor Who or is it KFC? I don't know. Is that a crossover? I got more questions than I got answers. Okay, let's keep going. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try to identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary. Swim toward the light. Okay. No. Let's savor the moment. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For man, for flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wonder if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Ha ha ha, how bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. Oh! What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's definitely not going to give up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure that you're truly alone, and then he leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but I can't tell you. I use... It's redacted! That's hilarious. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Blank. Wow! You never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared while everyone is still in the cafeteria. You decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Ambition! I like this dude. He's kind of cool. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure out now is the perfect moment to share your personality to him. Let's see here. Let's be modest but thoughtful. So we have nag him to show your own strength. Wow with a big idea. Or modest but thoughtful. I think modest but thoughtful might get us some brownie points. Well, I wanted to tell you that I really enjoy your food. Now you've got his attention. You know, gotta stroke that ego a little bit. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate the compliment. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I am starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. It's magnificent. We finally get to show off our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Oh, there's sprinkles again! Oh, I love sprinkles. Sprinkles is my favorite so far. I would totally replay it just to see sprinkles. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself. You pounce on Colonel's. I mean, that could have a couple of different definitions here. Would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam was left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Well, hello, new partner. Bleep, bloop, bzzz. Two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Let's go with Pop. I think he has some potential. A little quirky, but I think it'll work, right? Right. Sorry, Clink, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm a chef! He holds up a banana and without peeling it, proudly eats the... Alright, somebody get the police in on this. It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act grossed out. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks at you like, really, this kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. It's now time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes two flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes. Yes. Yes. Wait, hold up here. This is like all entirely product placement, right? I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Okay. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh right here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Really. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep... Was that established beforehand? Probably not. Did someone call for me? Where did this heavy metal come from? Oh, no. Geez, Van Man. While I'm over here crushing Christina's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of her classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns armful of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Christina was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner than you than this thing that's positioned yourself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows we fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick? It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Let's turn to Miriam. This is your girl, and this girl's friend, and okay, you turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them! I actually think that Ashley and Van were just leaving you in the dust vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps, but stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Christina is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles and hope you might be able to step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy fluid. This is the kind of graphics I need in my life, okay? Like, this is how I actually envision mashed potatoes and gravy. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds his fork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork. And for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up when you see Ashley with a sinister look. You know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then... I'm sorry, I love this music. And then filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van! Do something! Skipping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Christina. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat from wherever it lands. Can I has potatoes face? Van rushes over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In a few minutes I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus and my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late, it has been eaten. Oh my god! I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! What?! What is this game?! What is this game?! on, step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain just a minute, then it is almost back to his oblivious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison? The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They're as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kind. I mean, that's not a far stretch. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Ghost of student. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. What is this game? Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Well, no kidding. You just had a student die. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes? There's something I need to tell you. This guy! Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no! You! Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that! I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Van. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Dude, you literally killed someone with your cooking. Honestly, this makes me feel better about any and all cooking that I've ever done. I'm just saying. Oh my god! What is this? What is this game? The spork monster is here to fight a hero. Y'all, I am here for this craziness. I'm here for it. I'm genuinely here for it. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds! How dare you threaten me as I was just letting my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. That's pretty relatable. Be afraid, be very afraid of me because of a monster you see. See? Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? Before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What? What will you do? Attack? You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love! Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. Yes, it did. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation? Okay. Pretty weird strategy, but okay, you do you. You're larger and larger. How will you respond? I don't know. You decide to go on to the attack. Which attack will you use? Well, we only got 1. Oh! Buff up. No one can control this much buffness. You start to feel bloated and quite frankly a little gassy. You'd better attack sooner, you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. Chow down. Powerful blow. It's using cheese sauce onto the lawn. I wonder who's going to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Sporkmaster prepares for his ultimate attack, rounded edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chains. Pot pie power pinch. Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured spork monster spews steam into the night. Let's finish him. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. You ready your final attack? You'll never survive my... Y'all, what is this? Y'all, this just got too real. This just got too real. Student loan destruction does 10 damage. Spork monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Christina. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko, that name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you would have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there instructing your love. Dreams are weird. This is great. Oh my god. This is a meme. What is this game? Oh my god. You wake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Pop. Like him as in like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. I like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But he doesn't wear a hat, he wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school and the most famous student to attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did, you're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea of how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at a gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices. Whatever. Anyhow, we share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. But he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm certainly not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Cough, fibber, cough. Please, it means the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect a secret or share it with your bestie? Let's make up a fake ingredient. I can only think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt! I know it sounds like some sort of witch potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing. You figure that you satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and has some thumb typing on her phone that you can't see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm, she was definitely not texting secrets to other people. You're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's... Why is he riding on a horse? I don't understand this. I really don't. Oh, God. This is wild. This is just wild. Stand back and admire. We'll do this one. Horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You're so struck by the sight of him that you use the ability to speak weirdly. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Christina just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and we're up all night. It's gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and smile as to say situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. She's at least trying. She's got our back. I can tell. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. Rivals known for their immature behavior. Calling these girls to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, you and the Emperor of Cooking, aren't you? You make the rules? Not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look of what they were hiding and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one that after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who finds the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Hee hee hee. Before you can dig it any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Bleep, beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language. Not from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. We're just bzzzt. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least, or don't. Honestly, what do I care? He's got the right idea here. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to the signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem to be that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. And a cute dog. And a cute... Yeah, he's cute. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders. You miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Christina? Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you sample? Let's go with a pepper. Let's go for it. A shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sprinkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper... The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend! Ooh! This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh! You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through... to fulfill... the prophecy. You must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man! You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes and I'm sure you'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Step up and tell them you're on. Bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables down with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, Little Sense, you breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Timer ready. Okay. Then just a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words timer ready. No kidding. That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case if anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. Now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and... This soundtrack is great. I don't know whoever's doing this soundtrack, but I'm here for it. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him here again. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Okay. Oh, poop. What are you thinking? Get your head in the game. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook. You don't know, but you have an idea. Did he say he used 11? That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. It's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley's simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a perfect time, so where does it come from? Small town. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sign of success? Sizzling, bubbling, poop. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you! He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except he's watching you as you totally forget where you're going. Now, all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take? What? Oh my god. Grrr! You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. What? You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over has beginning. You have time, you toss your biscuit dough in a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. Bzz. I know you love nothing more. Sometimes it means sacrificing the personal touch. Brr. You might not have any hands, but Christina does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. How serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer before it's over. Oh no! You're not fast enough, and it gets immediately. Oh no. Easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. When stop what you're doing, the battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at you. Look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad, and I'm here with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be compared the two, on account of Christina's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared? Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped right to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you find an array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Christina to do the honor, but since you've injured yourself, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry galette. Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity is not your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you! Hee hee. As he places and leans over, whispers something in your ear, a dab of. Internalize the rage you feel. That's reasonable. They burst into flames. They fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best that I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. The spork monster is back. Is anyone feeling for a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko. I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much equal in every way. Why do you ask? He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. Can't we just be friends? Life is too short for making enemies. I suppose. We really don't need to fight. It's just that I got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes you and you come with a quick idea. Chomp on this. You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no. I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at the school until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spell book? Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Christina, together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway. We can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. This is actually really cozy. Like, shoot, I'd be going for Colonel Sanders if he had a place like this, for sure. I mean, look at that nice big window, that fireplace. I'm here for it. Looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude, and I agree. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure if I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation or just keep it a secret just for you? Let's reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as ever. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. Present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in, in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. Be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Alright. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders, and it dawns on you. Single note. Can chicken be prepared? Tap on an item. An adorable baby boy crawls across the floor from the goatee and mustache combo he sports. You figure this must be Colonel Sanders himself. Or maybe that's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Perhaps the same type of person would make their own face of the logo of a company they founded, am I right? Tap on an item. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real! Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, the true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. You take a closer look at an urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you can read the description. Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures. Poor guy. Tap on item to know more. What about this thing? A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69! No, it was just one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... Oh, this is cool. This is just cool. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair there in it isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. This photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. One of the frame photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Then just then the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open a window, a crack, and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Oh god! Okay, I'm awake. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those up, but I must say it does look good on you. Well, thank you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. You fess up and tell the truth. You tell him you're cold. You decide that now is your moment to make a big move. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't just let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. The thought of leaving Colonel in such of an emotional moment gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes? I think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Zzz. I don't know why I find this so funny. You wake to find a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Oh, that's pretty. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, blank isn't even legal, but if the recipe is secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? We'll flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? because I had one heck of a night. I've been so desperate to talk to you, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something's happened to you. Okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can actually get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school today. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. I think that's pretty reasonable. Since I partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better harness this wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house. But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say shush house as if that's a thing people just say? What is that even referring to? Now I'm really not sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her the whole story, however, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance they're picking on Pop, though he might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? That sounds delicious. Oh, great. I'll order one up for you right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Hee hee. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. Oh my god, this is just so great. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? She's right. You've got some nerve, Christina, suggesting I'd pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer incident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives at just as things appears are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Everyone excited for the final day of school? Christina, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say, it was bland. Excuse me, Christina, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel? I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Christina. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel that by interacting with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recently recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it wasn't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open up a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. Says, okay, that's not concerning. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better for the upcoming final exam. That's way drastic. Couldn't you do something like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. No! Don't do it! You take your friend's advice to put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched up on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you to never come back in here, Terrence! Out on the street! This is awesome. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but by any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. Ahem. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Christina, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by a sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class, but I miss you. We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. Oh my god. This is great. That's a really cute thing to say, Miriam. What happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble, and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble, I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blamed me for getting him banned in every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. Pop, we went on one date, we're over. It meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. We mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. Ooh, now I really want hot chocolate. I might pick some up after school/work tomorrow. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, but you know that this breakup is no joke. Even the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all of the way. You're not going to settle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show... Preach! See, like, you can learn some things from this game. Like, this game is actually giving some real good lessons here for life. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to be making a very special soup. Oh, I really want soup. I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. That is, the location of your the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. A chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Christina's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you. You're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Christina, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pies begin to bake and slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with someone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. It's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing from an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. My nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no. I can smell that it was made with with a heaping helping of TLC. Tables, ladders, and chairs? Just tossing that out there. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. The music is back, and I'm here for it. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Wait, I thought that was something that only Midwesterners used. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roy. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliances uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she really going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own and desperately not to see her win another battle. Should you take advantage, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? No, we're doing it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? That's right. Gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Christina. Even if I don't believe in myself. I'm only kidding. Please believe in yourselves, people. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you since we were little kids because I'm your best friend forever. Oh, Miriam! You're so cute. You notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient! However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up, and where in the world did she get an eye of newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Spork! Steve the Spork Monster! Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We Spork Monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve. And I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef. You know, when I was a little spork pup back in the old country. You feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't exactly know where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Thanks, Steve, the Spork Monster. You suffered this... You don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I'm here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their lives for. Yes, Christina, you are the chosen one. You'll avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know what? This power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven can't be served. But don't worry, dear Christina, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up. You're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've laid your eyes on. Besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces we can form the perfect food union? Sprinkles. Time's up, students. If time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee hee hee, I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad! It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs, may be excused. Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say it is not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks, clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other auto... We're gonna try to pronounce this. We're actually gonna try. Let's try this out. Or other onomatopoeia. But there's no... Please correct me in the comments down below. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Yes, it has been, Sprinkles. This deserves a screen capture right in and of itself. We don't deserve you, Sprinkles. We really don't. Okay, did I just press the wrong button? Okay, well, that's fine. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Oh, we don't deserve Sprinkles. We really don't. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup. Oh my god, that's actually really cute. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny, tiny narumaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Sorry if it, like, kind of froze for a second, people. Yes, Chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some tea green made from baby leaves I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. In a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A plus. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Christina, for helping me believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and axe-hound urchin shell topped with caviar. I'm really confused by this, but okay. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly what I did. A bit much is my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans over to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to pot it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch! My tongue! Professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keepeth poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour! Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last time you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps him calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't look too bad. I'll give her credit. It actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. That's what I'm saying. Got toast in your ears or something? I told you, it's a display piece. Actually, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and I did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you're absolutely insistent, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by anyone trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last time you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. Two chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted something so delicious and perfectly balanced. So, to convert from dog years to human years, that would be roughly 7 years, I think. Right? I think cat years are 6 years and dogs have 7 years per dog year. Does that sound about right? Somebody please just clarify that for me. It's so delicious, in fact, I think everyone passes the class. You pass, you pass, you pass, you pass, you pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality, and I really need to make my own mac and cheese bowl like this. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze up upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. Cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. It is! Like, whoever did the graphics for this game is actually like, I'm here for it. DJ Dog is in the... DJ Dog is in the house! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? I'm in that boat. I'm here for this. This is just something I'm here for at this point. Van and Ashley tell everyone they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly... Yo, what's the precedent for this? I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone would prefer me to refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had said, but everyone is too wrapped up by talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. A red carpet pulls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. We had to mail it directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor and such and such. Miriam, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events, an offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess or maybe a queen. I'm not sure he even knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, baby. I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist. So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze. Okie dokie. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth? Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough just to give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken, and man, by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. This is great. This is great. The end? Question mark? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Christina, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. I'll be so glad to spend it together with you. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can roll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Christina, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. So, I hope you all have enjoyed this and enjoyed the stream, enjoyed the video, however you're watching this. Um, yeah. It's been fun. It's been real. Wanted to do a quick little walkthrough just to hang out and have fun. So, on that happy note, thank you all so much for tuning in. We will be streaming some more this week, hopefully. I'm really excited about that. And, more content is on the way here on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube. So, again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Go follow me over on Twitch. I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.